And we're back for another episode review of Titans, Series 2, Episode 4. The title of this episode is called Aqualad. Before we get to this episode review, I wish all my American Central Unit members a happy Independence Day. Happy 4th of July. Hope you're spending your Independence evening, having a barbecue, drinking beers, looking up the night sky for the fireworks. Anyway, so let's talk about this episode of Titans. I found this episode disappointing, in my opinion. I think this episode is weak. I think this episode was rush. I feel like this episode's a 44-minute episode. It didn't feel like a 44-minute episode. It felt like it's a 25 or 30-minute episode. Yeah, this is incomplete. So this episode is a flashback, similar to the Hank and Dawn episode from series one, but the difference between this episode and that episode, the Hank and Dawn episode, it was fleshed out. The story was fleshed out. I really enjoy that episode. This episode, not that much, man. I get this episode. It's all about Aqualad, Gareth. I am trying to find out who this Gareth's last name. It's just Gareth. I thought it's is he related to Arthur Curry? I'm not really sure on it, but it's between Donna, Troy, and Gareth. Their relationship. We got a death in this episode. I think it is a death. We'll get to that shortly. Not shortly, but a little bit later. But there's nothing much to talk about this episode. This is gonna be a shorter episode. Not short episode, but a shorter episode review. There's nothing much to talk about. I think so far, aside of episode one of the second series, I think this show, or second series so far, has been a bit disappointing, a bit slow. It's very hard to how do you follow up from series one. It's very hard. For if you're making a second series or a sequel to a movie, you gotta have a new story and new character development. So yeah, nothing much to talk about. So the opener was good. This episode's set back 5 years ago. I know this episode series two was filmed in 2018, and this series was released in 2019. You could tell the events happened. I don't know, 2017, the Titans or the new Titans has been formed. You can tell the events was 5 years ago. I'm guessing around 2012. 2012. You can tell it was good with Slade, how they introduced Slade. I thought they going after Slade, but it wasn't. They were going after Arthur Light. Slade was just killing people. He's just killed. I think he killed a lawyer. Yeah, he's about to enter the courthouse. He got shot in the fucking in the eye. That's holy shit. That was brutal. And then he killed. I think he killed prisoners and I think he stabbed the judge with the sword. That was good. That was like getting the ball going. But after that, it's just it also introduced Jericho. We will get to more of the Jericho character. I think that'll be later on. I haven't seen all the episodes of series two yet, so I don't. I think it's in the later on in this series. It's not just introduce Gareth. Introduce Jericho. Anyway, so. So yeah, you had the original Titans. That's Dick, as Robin at the time, and Hank and Dawn, and Donna and Aqualad. Being some thugs who's trying to carjack some a black family's trying to hijack and I think he beat up some black guy trying to nick his wallet. I think he's trying to carjack and steal. But Robin and the Titans, came to the rescue. So that was, you could tell after this, after the whole story with Slade and the Titans beating up some thugs, you can tell the show this episode kind of gone down, took a dip. I said this episode was incomplete. It is incomplete. I felt like I want more, but we never got more. I feel like we got like, and also we got Doctor Lifelight, and that's it. This is between like kind of like this relationship between Donna and Gareth. Gareth wants to open up Donna's feelings. It's not like like Donna's been a bitch. She just would say, I'm not into this dating. She would want to go back to Terra Mascara. Maybe go back to the basically gone back to was it the reunite with Diana. You know, yeah, Donna is kind of like the Diana of the show. Let's talk about Gareth, man. I think he was good. He was good in this episode. He was good in this episode. Some people felt like, when they and said Aqualad, my gut feeling like, I think this show is not just a live action Teen Titans show. This is going to be like a Teen Titan, no, a live action Young Justice show. But unfortunately, that's not the case. This is a flashback episode, and he got killed off. Yeah, he got killed off. But we'll get to that we'll get to that a little bit later on. Like I said, there's nothing much to talk about. So I thought we got like I thought it was gonna be like how this original Titans formed, but it wasn't. Like I said, it's not fleshed out. It wasn't. It just felt like it doesn't belong a 44-minute episode. I feel like this is more like you can cut this in half, but be like a 25-minute episode. That's just me. But anyway, so you got an origin of Arthur Light. He basically attacked what's it called, Jacob Finlay. And he just basically, I think he killed him, and he went to rob a. I don't think he self-proclaimed robbed the bank. We got some kind of a fight. The fight was shit. It's just basically quick. It's just basically one fight, and that's it. Not like this episode is kind of not fleshed out, man. If they just tighten up, I feel like if they tighten up the loose ends of this episode, that could be probably the best episode so far of series 2. Like I said, like I compare, like series like the Hank and Dawn episode. The Hank and Dawn episode was better because they fleshed it out. There was an origin how Hank Picard's Hawk, and then like fighting like pedophiles with his brother, and then Hank met Dawn. They lost their brother. Hank lost his brother. Dawn lost her mother. His I say his brother. He basically had a tragic death, and then he basically Dawn taking up the Hank's brother's mantle to become the next Duff, and then it was fleshed out. Yeah, it was the whole thing like Rachel calling for like Hank and Dawn. Go and check on my like episode. I think it was the episode 8. I think it was that was my. I think it was episode 8 review. I think it was 8. Series 1, episode 8. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I reviewed this episode. Yeah. That's just set up the series finale. Anyway, so so that story was fleshed out. This is not. Like yeah, they had the birthday party of Gareth. Like I like this. I like this family. I like some kind of banter between Hank and Gareth. He talks about like how was it? How old is a 22-year-old fish? Is it 90 years old? And then I think Gareth says at least a 19-year-old fish is much faster than a beer-bellied bird. I think Hank says at least this bird has some friends. He didn't really say it in a bad way. He just saying like as some banter, But anyway, so I think we got Dawn kissing Dick. I'm guessing I think it led up to kind of. I wish there were like conflict between. This is like I said, it's not fleshed out, but there's no conflict between him and Hank and Dick because his girlfriend at the time's cheating on him. I don't know what's going on. This is very confusing. This is set 5 years ago. It's not like the MCU's version, like Homecoming. Homecoming took place 8 years after the Battle of New York. That's like fucking stupid. But yeah, she said like don't be Batman, but it's funny that kind of predict the future. Then yeah, he's not Batman. He's not taking up the mantle like in comics like Dick is in TV shows. Not TV shows. If you watch the I think that's that Batman animated movie. You know, you had Dick basically taking up the mantle. Like in the Injustice 2 game, you had Damian taking up the mantle of becoming the next Batman after yeah, there was many TV shows and comics that Dick Grayson is taking up the mantle as the next Batman. I was Batman Brave of the Bold, that episode. When Batman dies, Dick took up the mantle. Damian being the he was kind of like Damian Wayne, or Damian. He was in that universe. You had Selina being the mother of Damian Wayne. I know like Damian's mother was Talia al Ghul. That led him becoming like raised by the League of Assassins. Anyway, I'm getting off the topic, man. But like I said, nothing much to talk about. Like this is all about between the relationship. I don't really call it a relationship, but I call it like a more like you had Gareth trying to open up Donna's feelings, but it's not like Donna's being a bitch. Like fuck you, Gareth. I don't want to be with you. She just don't want to do this dating stuff. Trying to open up her heart. I think the like Gareth said to Dick in a later scene of this episode that I've been waiting since I was 12 years old. I've said about like grabbing, getting, like, giving, like bringing, like I think it's something about like a clownfish. You give the Donna like a drink. I don't know. It's a beer. It's orange. Must be. He said like I like this. I was a kid. Must be some juice or something. A root beer. I don't know what it is. They didn't see the label of it. So at least we got like a sex scene. At least they got some like show their love. But it's a shame. I think that Gareth yeah, that Gareth was a good character. I think they kind of flashed it down well. I thought they were the teasings like he got. I thought I said it. I thought I think he's gonna die. But we got a death scene. I'm gonna tell you right now. He got killed by Slade. He got shot. Before all that, they're teasing like, Light's gonna kill him, but he didn't. But he got killed by. Yeah, he got killed by Slade by a single bullet. We got Jillian. I'm guessing like he's like a suit and tie of the Amazon of Terra. Basically, the suit of tie represent from Terra Mascara. It's like how the fuck they got jets? They're not really into the technology shit. The Amazons, the more ride on horses. I simply don't get it. Like unless she's riding the invisible jet, but yeah, I think there was one line. Yeah, you had this teasing like yeah, Donna wants to go back home. To Tara Mascara. Is that I think she said like before Gareth got killed that you want the jet home, and yeah, he got shot. Yeah, Gareth got shot, and then Jillian throw like I think it was like some ninja Death Star to split this second bullet in half. So it'd be more believable if Gareth got shot in the head. He got shot in the chest. You can still get killed. I'm not, but like was Slade in the beginning parts of this episode, he shot someone in the head. But my gut feeling that Gareth got killed. You can tell like yeah, Donna blames herself that if she never left, like no, this wouldn't happen. I think like she kind of like it's guilt. It made the Titans want to take down Slade because he's. I think they showcased Slade. We never saw how Slade could do in the first two episodes of the show. In this episode, I know it's a flashback episode. You can tell like it can show how he could be dangerous. He's too dangerous. He can kill someone in a split second. You can tell like yeah, Dick meeting Jericho. You can tell this Jericho. Not really no notable about the character. Like he's deaf. I think he was working some Albert sorry an album store. A record store, and you basically get Dick giving him some like I don't know what it is. some, I can't remember the band of it, or an artist of it. I think he said to one of his, I think Jericho kind of did the sign language to his uh, his employee, that, is it a UK cover, or a US cover, and Dick says a UK cover. I don't know what, I can't remember what it's is. Write down in the comment section below. I can't remember what the name of the artist is. I mean, yeah, Jericho must be part of the original times. He's in the show. You know, like, this is 5 years later. This is 5 years ago. Not actually. This episode took place. It was 2012, because series two still took place in 2017. It's funny. The first two series of the show took place in 2017, and this episode took place in 2012. So, but yeah, I'm glad they showcase what Slade can do. He can kill somebody in a second, like shooting people in the face. Basically, he's in lung. He's Schneider. Yeah, he's a Schneider, not Schneider. Snyder. He's basically a Schneider. A sniper. Sorry, Schneider. Yeah, he's a sniper. He shot someone in the head. Shot multiple people in the head. I think it was a female lawyer in the face. I think these convicts in cells, they're preparing for the court hearing, the court, and then and he killed this judge, stabbed him with a sword. You can tell that. I thought they showcased Light and Slade in the show. Showcase the two dangers to be around. They're there to pull him behind bars, or not say kill him. Like I said, I never seen all the episodes. Series two don't really give out the spoilers. I don't want to, it's not, I just don't want to, like, I haven't seen it yet. So anyway, but yeah, you can tell, like, I think Julian said to Donna, says, vengeance is a dangerous path. My gut feeling that she could probably want to kill Slade. We're gonna. I think, like Hank says, we need to bring that fucker down. But and I think Dawn says to Dick, be Batman, but he doesn't want to be Batman. I think it's funny that back then he was Robin. In 5 years later, he's stopped being Robin. Jason Todd took up the mantle. The next episode, it's resuming the events from series two. This is more taking a break from the events of series two, like the Hank and Dawn episode from series one. It's taking the break away from the events of series one. But anyway, so yeah, so my gut feeling, like, yeah, like going back to Jillian said to Donna, I think it was in the museum, that was it vengeance is a dangerous path. My gut feeling that Donna might want to kill Slade. But yeah, in the episode in episode one of this series, he killed a guy who killed his dad. Killed her dad. Sorry, I keep calling her a he. Jesus Christ. He killed basically the guy who, I think it was it was the same guy who got killed in the he was a stunt devil, by the way. He was a stunt guy who got killed, in 2019. I think it was called Warren Appleby. I think I mentioned it in my review of the first episode of the second series. So, Donna just basically threw him off the window. I know it's just Trigon's mind tricks, but by gut feeling, she can probably kill somebody. I don't think he will do like the Superman from Man of Steel in 2013. Superman snapping Zod's neck. I think they'll just basically put him. Basically, just want to hunt him down. Stopping like Light and Slade killing more people. But I don't know. I think Gareth is killed. I think it's not like the show is seen like, oh, he's Hank, Dick, Donna, Dawn, the rest of the Titans, going to his funeral. Have the grave sites. His grave with his birth date and his death date. How what year when he's born, and that year when he dies. You can say it's 2012. I don't know how old he's. Probably around his 30s or 20s. So I don't know, man. So, but yeah, I think it's red herring. Like I said it once, to say again, say it like a broken record. But this episode is not fleshed out. like I said, they need to flesh that. If they fleshed out proper, you know, I'm not saying make it like a snore fest. I'm just like flesh it out more of the story. It might be the best episode so far. I think so far for me the best episode so far of series two has to be the episode one episode of the second series. Granted, it was just wrapping up the it was more like a series finale, just wrapping up the events of series one. That is the best episode so far of series two. This is kind of the weakest. I can't. You can say worst episode, but I think this is the weakest episode. So, but yeah, we got about 9 more episodes to go. You know, it's 13 episodes. This is the one nitpick about doing 13 episodes or doing more episodes. You know, sometimes some of these episodes of a series they can end up with they end up with filler episodes. I think this is filler. This is probably an episode I'd rather skip. It doesn't make me to go back and go and watch this again. So to really end this episode review. So yeah, this is not a good episode. You know, it's just like I said, it's very incomplete. I think the fight scene with Arthur Light was a bit showcase what he can do, but it's just too short in my opinion. You know, I get it. They're focusing more on storytelling. Cool. It's all between Gareth and Donna. Cool, but it's just like it's. I think it's unnecessary to do in this episode. Doing this doing putting this episode in the beginning parts of this episode of the series. Sorry. Because when the Hank and Dawn episode from series one, that was like a few episodes before the end of series one. You know, if it was midway or kind of like the final 4 episodes of the series, maybe, but like the fourth episode, you know, doing it in the early parts, it was a bit very out of place. But yeah, I'm gonna. Anyways, to wrap this up, yeah, I hope you enjoyed my review of, the fourth episode of the second series of Titans. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button, click the like, click the bell, subscribe to the channel, be part of the Century Unit for more wrestling videos and more. We'll be back next week for episode 5. I hope episode 5 is a bit better than episode 4. So, yeah, this is a thumbs down episode for me. So yeah, like, share, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, folks.